Bruce Wayne is gone and Damian has set off on his own private mission. So who will protect Gotham now? It's time to set up for the Robin War. Welcome to The Complete Story, where we take trade paperbacks and single issues and we break them down to the digestible bites to help you understand, then review it dramatically back to you. All alterations to the panels, text, and images are to prevent copyright problems, and all art is owned by the respective companies. This is We Are Robin 1 through 3, setting up Robin Wars. Things begin with Duke Thomas getting punched in the face. As he hits the ground, he thinks to himself, I'm getting better. Took me 2 whole weeks to get kicked out of this school. Took 2 days last time. The reason they want to beat him up really doesn't matter, and they come running in with bats, so he backflips over a fence and he starts to take them down one at a time, until it's Duke Thomas and 3 kids that he beat up. The police arrive and Duke's a little distracted by them, so the kids throw a chain, splitting Duke's head open and knocking him to the ground. He drifts off into a dream of Batman saving him, and eventually he wakes up on Leslie Tompkins' couch, rubbing his head. He's been in and out of Leslie's office multiple times. She wants to find him a good home and help him get back on track. But Duke only wants to find his parents. In his opinion, the police have been failing at that job and only he can find them. So while she is setting him up in yet another foster home, some interesting individuals are putting on some costumes and slapping an R on their clothes. They're also texting each other that they are tracking Duke and that they're gonna need him. Duke quickly finds a way out of the foster home that he was put in, and he starts looking for any sort of clue to begin his investigation once again. His adventure takes him down into the old Gotham subway tunnels and deeper into Gotham Underground until he finds 2 random individuals talking about going to the light. He'll track every wrongdoing going on in Gotham until he finds his parents. And that's when he realized that he stumbled onto something much bigger than he originally thought. A man with a large nose is going on about purifying all of Gotham through bombings and setting them up all over the city. All of the people listening to him seem to be in a zombie trance, listening to his every word. And that's when the man sniffs the air and declares, there's an unpurified in the group, demands the followers purify him. Duke begins to panic. He's gonna get killed in these sewers, and then he'll never find his parents, and he'll just become another forgotten casualty of Gotham. When a baton hits one of the guys trying to grab him. 5 kids jump in wearing awesome outfits, telling him, we are Robin. They throw bricks, taking the lights out, and they start hitting these zombified goons with wrenches and punching them. Nice roundhouse, Izzy. These guys stink. Yeah, like Troy's gym bag. You've been sniffing my jockstrap, Jay. Troy flips one of the goons over while Rico jumps onto a light pole to try and get a signal on her phone. Duke then turns to Izzy. I thought you guys had a plan. Seriously? You're gonna give us crap after we just saved your butt? Using the past tense isn't accurate. Oh, I like this one already. The Robins all keep fighting off these goons as best as they can, but they quickly get overwhelmed. So Rico thinks fast and lights up a flare, throwing it aside, telling everyone to run for the manhole cover. They all climb out of the sewers as fast as they can, and in front of them, they can see the flashing lights of the GCPD. The Robins realize that Duke got a concussion from a hit on the head, and they get a text stating, leave him and run. So they book it, leaving Duke to get picked up by the police. He finally wakes up in an interrogation room, and a man with a beard and glasses is sitting in front of him. I want a lawyer. Don't think that'll be necessary, Mr. Thomas. You're not under arrest. Not what it looks like. What happened to the others? Your comrades disappeared as soon as they saw me. Not to worry, they've been taken care of. What do you mean taken care of? Look, I overheard that they were setting bombs up around Gotham. So what are you guys gonna do about that? That's what I want to know from you, Mr. Thomas. What are we going to do about them? We? I have nothing to do with this. Incorrect, now that you're privy to this information and the potential dangers to the citizens of Gotham. Just what are you willing to do about it? Go to those Robin kids, I just want to find my parents. What if I made you an offer? You help with this bomb situation, and I'll help find your parents. You serious? What am I gonna do about bombs? I'm going to make you a professional. I've had my eye on you for some time, young man. Then, the man left the room, leaving Duke there all by himself. Hours passed and Duke realized that no one was coming back for him. So he got up and he looked around, and then he tried the door. It opened, revealing that he wasn't in a police station at all. He was in a room that was made up to look like one, located in a warehouse, and in front of him was a motorcycle with a red jacket and a helmet. He also finds a phone with a message. We're waiting on the rooftop of 16th and Sprague. On the rooftop, he sees the Robin kids again, and he asks them if they know the guy that led them all here. But they all think he's someone else. Troy thought he was a college recruiter, while another kid found him in a dark alley. Either way, no one knows who he is, and they all get their orders from text messages titled The Nest. At that moment, the Nest sends over another message, telling them that the first target the bombs are being set on is right in the building in front of them. The Nest isn't even our mystery man. As it turns out, the Nest is another member of the We Are Robins team sitting at her computer at home. The group manages to find the bomb pretty quickly, and then they run into another problem. They don't know how to disarm a bomb. So while Rico is messing with it, Duke starts to text for help. What wire do they cut? Then a subway car starts going through the subway, so all of the kids have to jump to the side just as Rico is getting a signal again, and they get the instructions to help stop it. So they split the team up, 3 on this bomb and 3 on another bomb nearby. They all get to their bombs and they follow step 1, cut the blue wire. But then, they don't have another message. At that moment, a riot begins to break out on the streets above, so Redbird sends off a text, need some backup. The call goes out, Dark as Dawn, Yellow Cape, Sugar, Black Domino, and Sidekicker all reply. It's time for the rest of the Robins to arrive. As both teams are continuing to disarm their bombs, the rest of the Robins show up and start saving civilians that are caught up in the riot. But Duke, Troy, and Rico are running into a problem. They can't properly disarm their bomb with subway cars coming through. So while the other team of Dax, Trey, and Izzy manages to sweat bullets, but actually manage to disarm their bomb, and the backup team up above is putting down the riot, the Nest is told to go to bed because it's getting late. She tells her mom that she's trying to save the world here. She then sends off another message, get on the platform and take the next train out of there, to Duke, Rico, Troy, just as Izzy, Dre, and Dax are rejoining the group. What? Seriously? Meanwhile, on the streets above, the robotic Batman of the GCPD finally arrives to tell everyone to put their hands in the air, Robins and rioters alike. The kids all turn to him. But we're helping you. No, you're endangering the lives of yourselves and others. Leave the crime fighting to the professionals. The girl sitting at the Nest computer can see that this is going on through a live web feed. She's confused. But this isn't right. Back with the kids at the last bomb. Troy can't believe it. They can do this. They can save the day. Duke tells him, we can't risk it, man. It's time to get on as the train is getting closer to them. So they all hop on, debating what's about to happen next. This bomb will blow up this entire building. They hope Batman has a plan for it or something. But then they notice Troy isn't boarding the train. I can do this. Can't let them win, he's saying to himself as everyone else is telling him to get on the train. Get on it now! The doors close and the train begins to pull away with everyone shouting, no, 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 no! Troy falls to his knees in front of the bomb, sweat beading down his forehead. I can do this. I can do this. He takes the clippers to the bomb and he cuts a wire. And it explodes, taking out the train tunnel of the building and killing Troy. The kids look in horror as they see the explosion going off behind them, and the girl in the Nest can even see it from across town. No actions to stop this? None? None? What's next, Gotham? Deathstroke the toddler Terminator? Gotham needs to say no. No to Robins! I like Batman. He saved my sister, but I don't want, kids running around doing that. City Council is currently looking into the matter. We are reviewing all options in dealing with this Robin situation. Protesters around Gotham are demanding that the police do something about the so-called Robin situation. The police let this happen! And just everyone seems to be asking, what will Gotham do?